I feel like a little bubblegum princess in this pink polka dot shirt. Hey guys, it's Reese, and I'm here today with a second episode to my Beauty Basics series, and it is on skincare. A lot of you were requesting for me to do a skincare routine, but my skincare routine is super short and easy, and a lot of you were just asking about skincare overall, so I thought this was a good idea because skin is what we all have. Obviously, that was really dumb. But it's a struggle for a lot of people. It might come easy to some people, and it's just a lot to handle. So I'm definitely not a dermatologist or a skincare expert. I learned all my stuff off the internet. But I'm just here to tell you all the stuff that I know and hopefully help you and just give you some of my basic knowledge and my not opinions, but like my preferences for certain things. So enough talking, let's get started. I'm going to try to make this video as easy to understand and as accessible as possible because I hate when videos are like 15 minutes long and you really want to learn about that subject, but they just keep on talking for like the straight 15 minutes and it's not broken up or organized at all. So I'm going to try to do that for you, and you can skip to certain sections. It will be all organized. You'll understand what I'm saying, so let's just actually get into the video now. Before doing anything, I totally recommend going to your dermatologist because they can tell you exactly how your skin is, what you need to do. They can prescribe you anything. They are the masters, not me. I'm just here to help with the basic stuff. So go to your dermatologist, and if you really have a skin problem or something like that, they will help you out. Starting with skin types, there are 4 basic types of skin. 1, normal skin. Your skin's normal. Nothing really happens to it. It's not super dry, it's not super oily, it's not both. It's just normal. So, good for you. The second type of skin is oily skin. That is caused by the excess production of oil and sebum in your skin. It can cause your skin looking and feeling greasy. It can make your makeup slide off. I know I have really oily eyelids and it's just but if you have all those, then you got oily skin. Third type of skin is dry skin. If your skin feels kind of itchy or a little irritated, if you run your hand over your skin and it's kind of patchy and dry, obviously, if you can scratch your skin and it either leaves a white mark or it flakes off a little bit, then you have dry skin. And finally, number 4 is combination skin. It's a combination of oily and dry skin. I know I have that. It's when some parts of your face, usually the middle of your face right here, is oily and a little greasy. Maybe not super oily, but it's still noticeable and you feel it. And then other parts of your skin or just random patches get dry and flaky. You have combination skin. Alright, now I'm going to talk about all the basic things that everyone, no matter what skin type you have, has to do every day just to keep your skin healthy and your body healthy overall. And if you want to skip this part or go straight to your specific skin type requirements, go right ahead, be my guest. One thing that you should do that is totally not as mentioned as much as it should be is to wear sunscreen every day or have a moisturizer that has sunscreen in it, because even if it's in the middle of winter or in the middle of summer, the sun is still out every single day, and the sun still damages your skin. And even if there's snow on the ground, the sunlight reflects off the snow back onto your face. So wearing sunscreen all the time is good because you want to prevent your skin from aging too quickly or from any harmful sun rays or anything like that. Next step, you all know this, is to eat a balanced diet and to drink a lot of water. What you put into your body shows on your body too. You don't want to be eating a whole bunch of fatty foods and a whole bunch of sugary foods every day, because that's usually one of the main causes of acne. If you're putting all this bad food into your face, it's gonna show up bad onto your face. Another thing you should work into your everyday life is exercising, because exercising keeps your body moving, keeps it healthy, helps produce new stuff. I don't know what stuff specifically, but I know it helps, and exercising is always good because if you are eating a little unhealthy, then you want to work off that stuff so it's not just sitting there in your body. It's going to build up. You don't want that. Another thing is to not use very hot or very cold water when it comes to washing your face. If you use very cold water closes up your pores, so if you use cold water, then you're not going to be cleaning them. But if you use hot water, it's just kind of going to be too harsh on your skin and too stripping and damaging to your skin, do not use body soap on your face. There is a difference between body soap and face soap. Do not scrub your face super hard with a washcloth or towel or an exfoliator, because that is just, whoa, crazy to your skin. You are just going to literally shred it up microscopically. You can't actually see it shredding it up, but it's just not going to be good for your pores. It's going to tear them and open them, and just thinking about it should really gross you out, because it's grossing me out. So don't scrub too hard. You want to be very gentle, very light. Don't use an exfoliator that has super big grains in it, like that look like rock salt or something. Those are not good, because those specifically will scratch up your skin, and you don't want that. No. This might be hard for some people, especially me, but do not touch your face constantly throughout the day, especially if you're like in school or something and you have all the school germs on your hands. You do not want to be touching your face constantly, because then you're putting all those germs onto your face. That can't be good. And probably the hardest step of them all, do not pick, squeeze, or pop your pimples. Every time you want to pop your pimple, just think of that scar is going to be there forever. You don't want that, do you? So avoid it. I will go more into what you should do specifically for pimples and stuff a little later. But those are the basic do's and don'ts of everyday life of taking care of your skin. Moving on to specific things you should do for your skin type, I'm going to start with normal skin. Normal skin, you're normal. You don't need to do much. Just use a mild cleanser and a mild moisturizer, because if you use too harsh or too thick of a moisturizer, then it's just going to leave your skin more oily than you need it to be. And if you use too harsh of a cleanser, it's just going to strip all the oils that are already balanced in your skin, so you don't need to do anything to them. But it's going to strip all the oils and it's going to leave your skin more dry. So just be chill, be calm, and do really just the basic and gentle stuff to your skin. Alright, you oily skin people out there, I was you one time. It's not very fun. When you have oily skin, you also want to stay more on the mild cleanser side, but you can be a little more specific for your oily skin. What you don't want to do is use products that are super, like super stripping and super acidic, because what it's going to do when you wash your face, you strip your natural oils from your skin, especially when you have oily skin. So if you completely strip your face of all the oils and you're like, cool, no more oil on my skin, what your skin is actually saying is that, oh my god, all the oils are gone, we need to produce more, and it's just going to end up making your skin more oily than it was before you washed it. If that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. So basically all you want to do is use a mild to medium cleanser just to strip the excess oil from your skin, and then you want to use another light moisturizer. Your moisturizer would actually be very good to be oil based. I use coconut oil for my skin and it works wonders, and you're probably like, whoa, oil on oily skin? Not good. It's actually pretty good, because like I said before, it will replace those oils that you kind of stripped from your face, and you won't have to worry about your skin producing more itself, because it's like, oh cool, you already put some oils there, I don't need to do anything. You get it? When it comes to exfoliating, oily skin should do it a little more than the other skin types, because when your skin gets oily, it clogs your pores and it kind of sticks to the surface of your skin. Gross, I know, right? So exfoliate once or twice a week, and do not use really harsh and coarse-grained exfoliants like I mentioned before, because it's just going to tear your skin apart. Not good. Use very fine-grained, work very gently in little circles on your skin, and then follow up with your moisturizer, and you are good to go. Dry skin people, you're probably like, oh my god, I need to get these dry patches off. Scrub, 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 scrub. They're gone. Woo! That is not the case. Dry skin people, I would suggest using a creamy based or like silky, if that makes sense, silky based cleanser, because that's really going to help slide against your skin and not be super rough and drying and harsh. So use something that's creamy or kind of thick like a moisturizer, and use that to wash your face, because if you use, you know those clear soaps that are like gel, don't use those because those are going to be too drying to your face and you don't want to dry it out even more. I mean, come on. When it comes to moisturizer for you guys, you want to use something that is more like a 24-hour heavy cream, not like too heavy and thick, but something that's heavier than other skin types would use. And I suggest putting on that heavier cream at night, because then while you're sleeping it can soak into your skin and it'll just be a lot better than if you do it in the morning and it's not completely soaked in yet, and then you have to put your makeup on top of it and it might just end up sliding your makeup around or not completely soaking in throughout the day, so that it might get a little greasy. You understand? Getting where I'm going with this? So I suggest using more night-based products so that it can soak into your skin, and when you wake up, you'll feel good. When you wake up, you probably only need to maybe rinse off with cold water just to get the grime from the night off. You don't specifically need to wash it again, because if you wash your face again, it might be washing it too much and too stripping, so you want to be careful with your dry skin. When it comes to exfoliating, you might be thinking, yo, dry skin, you need to scrub this off, bye-bye. That is not specifically the case. Dry skin people usually have sensitive skin too, so if you scrub it too much, it's going to be too irritating and too harsh for your skin. And when you scrub your face specifically, you are getting rid of all that excess oil and excess junk in your face. But if you have dry skin, then your skin can't produce more oil to replace the stuff that you just stripped, so it's going to end up being a lot drier. So only scrub your face every week to every week and a couple days when it's getting like really dry, and then follow up with a good moisturizer. And combination skin, you got both. You're kind of stuck in a rut here. Don't worry though, I can help you. When it comes to combination skin, you have both oily and dry skin, so you're kind of on the borderline of, do I get more moisturizing products? Do I get more dry, oil-free products? What do I do? What you want to do is you want to use a mild cleanser that doesn't specifically moisturize or doesn't specifically dry out anything. I highly recommend Cetaphil. Very great, very gentle on the skin, because it will kind of just balance out both of your problem areas. And then what you want to do for those specific problem areas, if you have an oily T-zone, just kind of lightly moisturize it, and if you have specific dry parts, moisturize them a little bit more. But generally, even if you have two different types of skin on your face, you kind of want to do the same thing to it just to balance it out. And you understand where I'm going with this. So maybe your oily part of your skin is more acne prone, so focus your acne medicine on there, because if you don't have acne on the rest of your face, then you don't want to end up drying out the already dry areas on your face. So kind of treat the different problem areas separately, but generally all together. Alright, that is it for all the specific skin types and what you should do for each. Now I'm moving on to everyone's favorite part, pimples and acne. When it comes to acne, everyone has it, or everyone has had it, or everyone is gonna get it. It's just a life thing. You can't avoid it. The first thing, before even worrying about actual skincare or cleaning your skin, is you need to get past the mental state of, oh my god, I have a pimple. If you see someone walking down the hallway or walking down the street and they have a pimple, does it really bother you? Does it make you want to just hate them? Does it make you want to shun them away? No. You're like, oh, they have a pimple. It's just noticeable. It's there. Who cares, right? So when you get a pimple, it is not the end of the world. You don't need to think, oh my god, I need to get rid of this now. I need to cover this up. Oh my god, everyone's going to hate me. Look at this. I have a pimple on my face. It doesn't matter, alright? It doesn't matter. Everyone has pimples. The first thing you want to do is avoid touching it and popping it and picking at it and like, ooh, it's there. I know it's there. It's okay. We know that you know it's there. Alright, so what do you do when one of those suckers pop up on your face? Number one is to avoid touching it as much as possible. You don't need to pop it, you don't need to touch it, you don't need to worry that it's there. Just leave it alone. The best way that works for me and that I have researched is to put a hot compress on that blemish and to just leave it there, usually until the compress gets warm or isn't hot anymore. What that does is it breaks down all the oils and junk underneath that pimple to kind of reduce them a little bit and not make it like one big ball or one big chunk of oil underneath your skin, and it'll be easier to treat and for it to go away when it's all in little pieces and not in that one ugly piece. After you've put the hot compress on it for a little while, take it off, let it breathe for a little bit, and then treat it with one thing only. I have watched so many of my friends freak out when they have a pimple and they're like, oh my god, I need to get rid of this. Alright, I'll put this on it, then I'll put this on this. Oh yeah, this will definitely get rid of it. And I'll wash it again because it needs to not be dirty. No, that is just way too much for that little pimple. What you want to do is just have one product that you use to treat your acne, either prescribed by your dermatologist or something that you just bought, because you want to stick to that one thing. If you put too many products or too many harsh products on that pimple, it's just going to end up irritating it and inflaming it more and probably making it worse than it was, because now it's like, ouch, what are you doing? And it's just going to be even more angry at you. So you want to stick with one thing, something that's not super duper harsh, unless of course it's prescribed by your dermatologist. Alright, once you put that product on it, leave it alone. It's not going to go away overnight. It might if it's a small pimple, but if it's something that's really inflamed and something that's really bad, it's going to take 2 or 3, maybe even 4 nights to go away, and you need to accept that. So every night, do that routine, put the hot compress on it, put the medicine on it, and just leave it alone. Do not touch it. Do not add any more stuff onto it. I mean, if you can put makeup on it and like do your skincare and stuff, but do not put any more specific treatment stuff on it. I think I'm done now. I think I am. Wow. So I've just spoke to my camera for 41 minutes, but I hope in that time that I cleared up a lot of questions and a lot of inquiries about skin. I know this is basic and this is just things I've researched myself and things that I know, but I really do hope I help, because I know skin is just a problem for a lot of people, and yeah. So if you have any more specific questions or anything, comment them below. I will try to answer them, or maybe other people will answer them. And if you have your own opinions or things that you would do differently than I would do, go ahead, comment them. It's not gonna affect me. I mean, I'm not looking for hate, but if you do things differently and they work, good for you, because then they work for you. Maybe they'll work for other people too. So just share everything that you have. I hope you enjoyed, and stay tuned till next week's video. Bye.